Hello. Welcome to Blockchain Brunch, where the coffee is strong, the hiring tea is hot, and today we're doing resume audits. So we are going to be editing resumes, auditing them to help you find a job, position yourself well for a job. It is our last Blockchain Brunch of the year, my friends. Your girl's getting married, so I'm out of the office from December 15th through January 5th. Very excited, but also glad to be here to wrap this up. The banner at the bottom says send your resume on Telegram to @thecryptorecruiter. That is my Telegram. I've got a couple people in line already. So when they join, we will start with the resume audits. We can also do LinkedIn. If anybody has any general questions about the job market, leave a comment, tell me you're here. I can see the comments. GM, you guys. GM. What a week. What a month. What a year, actually. Oh, side note. Hey, Adriana. We're coming up on our 6th year anniversary, if you can believe it. 6 years of the Crypto Recruiters. Wow. What is there to say to that? 6 years, it's crazy. It feels like, when you're little, they tell you not to grow up too fast, and it just feels like the last 6 years have been a whirlwind. We've been through the bear markets, we've been through the bull markets, and we're still here, we're still strong, and we are still number one, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, let me know you're here. Send me your resumes. Let me pop open Telegram real quick. So that way I've got it open. Again, general questions. All right. We're getting there. I've been sick for the last 3 weeks, maybe 4 now. So bear with me if I cough in your ear. I apologize. Doing my best. But yeah, should be a fun one. Last blockchain brunch of the year, you guys. Last one. Oh, so I wanted to start early so that way we could get as much done as we possibly could while I am offline. And I want to be very clear. I'm deleting all of my work apps. I will not be on LinkedIn. I will not be on email. I will not be on Telegram or Slack. I'm just going to be with my fiance by ourselves, and I'm very excited for it. We'll be in Vegas, and it'll be fun. Ahmed, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining. Guys, just as a reminder, send me your resumes so we can position you in a perfect way for your job hunt for 2026. Companies definitely slow down in December just because everybody's on vacation, right? Everybody is, and none of the hiring managers are on at the same time. What do I mean by that? I mean, Joe Schmo is online and Jane Doe is out in, the Dominican Republic, right? So the interview cadence is going a little bit slow. John, I remember us yapping on the phone 6 years back. I was about to launch and you just started. Wow. Yeah, 6 years. I'm so proud of you, John. You've really accomplished a lot of really good things, and it's been great to grow with you at the same time. 6 years. We got this. Sorry, just I'm here. I'm happy to help. I'm here. But yeah, 6 years back, that's incredible. And we still have most of the original team at the Crypto Recruiters. Trevor's been a little offline, unfortunately. I mean, I don't want to get too into it, but his family needs his attention right now, so we're giving him that grace. Absolutely. So he's not going to be on Blockchain Brunch for a little bit, but don't worry, you're in good hands. I promise, most of the time. But yeah, why don't we go over the jobs we have open for right now? Let's talk about that. So I have a founding engineer based in San Francisco. I have a platform associate in Stamford, Connecticut. That's 3 days a week on site. I have a senior VC lead in Stamford, Connecticut, 4 days a week on site. I have a venture analyst 4 days a week on site, Stamford, Connecticut, 3 days. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying 4. We have a senior software engineer, a lead software engineer. We've got a VP of marketing that needs to be in Pacific time zone. That's like a growth hacker. Team of one, grinding, getting it done. We have another founding engineer, a controls and compliance specialist. I'm looking for someone from fintech for that role. A go-to-market engineer. That's like a blend between marketing and engineering, and then a senior quant trader. So not like a million things open, but we're still grinding. Yeah, John, call me anytime. You have my cell. I'd love to hear your voice. I'd love to hear how things are going on your end. I'm very hopeful I don't spill coffee on myself today because like I'm running out of hoodies because there's just coffee on all of them. I don't know what that's about, but that's where my life is. Mr. Yusuf, let's go. Good morning or good evening or good afternoon, sir. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I'm offline for the next basically half a month. I will not be around. And if it's urgent, it will not be resolved until I get back. So I don't know what to tell you. I solve everybody's problems, but not for the next month. Guys, resumes, don't forget, send them to me. I know I started like super early, so we'll wait for a couple people to join the room. But yeah, what else can I tell you guys? So 6 years in business. We launched the tech recruiters earlier this year. We launched the AI recruiters, as if I didn't have enough to do with my life already. As if I wasn't busy enough. Let's just launch more brands. My colleague Adriana is running those, and I just want to do a quick shout out because she is incredible. Let me just compliment our team actually while we're here because it's the end of the year. All right. I don't know if they're listening. They're probably working, but let's start with Danielle. Miss Danielle has been with me for 3 or 4 years. She does our candidate experience. She does our marketing. Danielle, I'm so grateful for you and everything you've done for this team. You know, I couldn't imagine the team without you. Thank you so much. You've grown so much. You've learned. You've just taken the bull by the horns and taken so much initiative. I'm really proud of you. And you really set yourself up for success throughout your entire career, though I hope it's with me. Probably will not be because there's always going to be something bigger and better, but really grateful to have you here. I'm really grateful for Victor, our video editor. He started off with no experience and is really killing the video editing game. I never have to give him direction. I never have to like correct him. He does it right the first time. So Victor, very happy that you're on the team as well. Adriana, what can I say, girlfriend? What can I say? Adriana is probably the most organized, kindest, most funny person that we have. Well, not that we have on the team, but like one of the additions to the team. She's always there with a smile on her face, and she does really good work, very detailed, excellent follow-up. She's been with me for like 6 years and I've never seen anything like her. I would like to do a shout out to Trisha. So for those that you don't know, we are a family run business. I'm sure you've seen Trisha pop in and out. That's actually my mom. Hi, Mom. Trisha has been with me for 5 years and she's done nothing but incredible things. She helps me keep everything organized, keep myself up to date, make sure I'm not missing anything. So she's just been a wonderful addition, and it's super nice to work with your mom, you know. I never like to call a company a family because, you don't lay family members off, but it's really cool to actually work with mine. Dom's been with me for 5.5 years, I think, maybe 4.5. He's our sourcer. He does, no offense to the rest of the team, but he does double of what I do. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it, but his numbers are always incredible. He's grown a ginormous network over the last 5 years. Dom, so grateful for you to be here, and thanks for always cheering us on. Patrick. Okay, so Patrick is one of our first recruiters. I have never seen anything like him. I have references that will tell you we've made a placement after one submission, and that usually is Patrick's. Killer recruiter, awesome guy to work with, very direct, which is my cup of tea. So he's just, I love Patrick. Trevor. What's to say about Trevor? He's kind, he's honest, he's trustworthy, he's genuinely here to help. Most people get into recruiting for themselves and to make a buck while putting a butt in a seat. Not Trevor. Every week he posts open jobs that he sees on LinkedIn. He could use that as business development, right? He could go after those companies and say, hey, I saw you were hiring. But no, he actually shares those posts. Hi, Tom. It's nice to see you. Austin, I can't tell you what Austin does. He's kind of in the shadows here, but positivity, ideas, always there. Thank you so much. So that's our small team, guys, and myself. I'm on the team as well. I think we all know that. Okay, moving on. Matt, you still with me in the audience? I just got your resume. I have to ask for permission. I have to ask for permission to share your resume with the group, guys. It is a screen share, so if you've got contact information on there, I would encourage you to take it off. I can screen share your resume and show you what needs to be done. So Mateo, give me permission and let me know if you're still in the room, and we can absolutely do your resume. For anybody else that would like their resume to be audited to set you up for success for 2026, I was going to say 2016. Wow. For 2026, let me know. I'd love to get it done. Good freaking morning, everybody. Woo! Donovan, I was really looking forward to this. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining. Let's see what we can get done together. All right, Mateo's given me permission to share the resume. So let's do Mr. Mateo. Mateo Austin. Hold on one second, guys. Hello. All right. So, Mateo, marketing operations growth for Web3 DeFi ventures. Beautiful. That tells me who you are and what you do, right? You've got 3 to 30 seconds to make an impression off your resume, guys. So what they're looking for is the first beginning part of it. Who you are, what you do. Make it easy as possible for them to identify that you're a fit for the job. Summary, beautiful. Marketing executive with 10 years of experience in tech. Last 3 in Web3, specializing in translating product roadmaps into clear brand narratives. That's where people are going to stop reading. I think this is a beautiful resume. However, in the middle, you use the word I. I own the full spectrum from brand positioning to execution. Just get rid of I and do owns the full spectrum. We never want to use the word I, me, my in a resume or R. Experience, meta protocol, multi-chain staking protocol. So this is really important. You've identified what the company does. Again, if you want something and you make it convenient for that person, they're more likely to do it, right? And they need to understand what type of company that you come from. So saying that you're from Metapool and now understanding that it's a staking profile, that makes life that much easier. The one thing I'm noticing is the font right here, Southeast Asia, August 2024 to present. This appears to be a different font than throughout your resume. Just a tip there. And then one other thing is that the spacing between your resume, and guys, I know this sounds like so silly, but people are paying attention to the details, right? If your resume is crazy and all over the place, they're going to be like, oh my God, this person doesn't know how to use Microsoft Word or AI to format a resume, right? So take advantage of that. So like the spacing between, let me see if my mouse will be here. The spacing between regional expansion and your details up here, make that spacing the same. Regional expansion and financial growth. It might be beneficial to bold that so that way it doesn't get lost as like a responsibility, right? So another thing is if you're currently in the role, you want it to be present tense. So right now everything's in past tense, but you're currently there, so bring it to present. Contributed to the successful launch of Story Protocol. Very cool. Talk a little bit more about your contribution, right? Contributed to the successful launch. Well, companies aren't hiring people that contributed. They want to know where you contributed, what exactly you brought to the table for that launch. Hola, hello, welcome back. Femi, thanks for your DM. I'll check it out in a second. So otherwise, good. I like this resume. And it's not too detailed where it gets lost. It's a little bit light, but not terrible. So community building, creating consolidated Southeast Asia's largest weekly grassroots Web3 networking meetup, currently present in 5 countries with 10 city activations. That's pretty impressive. I like the partnerships growth. You included some of the names of the projects that you're working with. Guys, name drop wherever you want to name drop. As long as you're not like under an NDA, name drop away, my friends. Brandon, hello, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. BWire, Web3 SaaS startup, beautiful. I mean, this is exactly, what a resume needs to look like. It's clean, it's easy to read. Metapool, again, interesting. So you were recruited back to Metapool. I would definitely put in here, recruited back to manage regional expansion and financial growth. Prashant, Sunny, hello. Carlos, hello. So that's very impressive that you were recruited back to Metapool. I like that a lot. Legend Genius, FinTech Performance Marketing, beautiful. European Operations Lead. This is great, right? So you've got all the details on your resume, but it is 3 pages. So we want to try to get this, we need to get this down to 2 pages. And I think by editing your spacing, you're going to be able to get it down there. Now, education, I want you to take dates of education off your profile. That's going to tell people how old you are, and that really doesn't matter. English, Spanish, French, Dutch, beautiful. Software, awesome. So you've got everything on here that you could need. However, social media, the S is lowercase. I would also get in here the social media platforms, right? Discord, Instagram, TikTok. What's the keyword? Omni-channel marketing is what you want, a keyword you want to get in there. If you're doing marketing on different platforms, that's a keyword that some people look for. Ola, do you help build resume too? Not really. No, I just kind of help you fix your resume. My job is to focus on recruiting. I just kind of do this on the side to help out where I can. Torsten, good morning. Industry experience is key for crypto recruitment. Yes. Everybody that's looking for a job is likely going to have crypto experience. Now, does that mean you can't find a job if you don't have crypto experience? No, that's not what that means. But here's the problem. There are so many people that have been working in crypto over the past God knows how many years. That they are the most sought after candidates, right? Those are the people that are, getting the interviews, getting the jobs first. So how do we get a crypto job when we don't have crypto experience? Oh, great question. I'm so glad you asked. So the first thing is I'm a big advocate for certifications, specifically 2. And I don't get anything out of this, guys. Like, I'm not affiliated with this company. I don't get a kickback. Like, I just feel very passionate about these certifications. The certified Bitcoin professional and the certified Ethereum professional. Why do I like these? 2 reasons. They've got 2 keywords in them: Bitcoin, Ethereum. On your resume, now here's the thing. Is this going to get you the job? No. Is this going to get you a raise? No. Is this going to get you, a promotion? No. But what it will do is separate your resume from the crowd, right? Not everybody has crypto experience, obviously. So if I'm looking at 2 resumes, one of them has a crypto certification, the other does not, but they both have similar experience. Who do you think I'm calling first? The person with the crypto certification. It shows that you're dedicated to the space, you're knowledgeable, and you're proactive, right? Half the battle of working in crypto is being proactive. There's a lot going on. There's always something to learn every single day. P.S. If you have the word crypto, if you have the word expert anywhere on your resume, take it off. There is no such thing as a crypto expert. And this is a saying in the space because there's always something new to learn. So I had a client of mine come to me and they were like, Emily, we're looking for an expert. I'm like, doesn't exist. Can't find it for you. So yeah, Mateo, I hope that was helpful. Did that answer all your questions? Prashant, yes, most companies will reject candidates if they're not a culture fit. Culture is the biggest reason for turnover, right? You have to fit within the team because if you like what you're doing, you're going to be happy at work, right? And people don't want to work with people that are miserable. Femi, thank you for your resume. Do I have permission to share it on the live? Guys, don't forget, I need permission to share it on the screen because it is public. This is recorded. We don't usually, we never share recordings of the resume. But for everybody that's on the live right now, they will see it. So Femi, just give me permission there and I will get it all showed. Totaling Art. Are you Femi? Message me on Telegram. Hold on one second. I'm just looking at a text message. Okay. All right. Just a reminder, it is the last blockchain brunch of the year. Your girl's getting married, so I am offline from 12:15 to 1:05. So I will be gone. All the apps will be deleted. Will not be online. I'm deleting TikTok. I'm deleting Instagram. I'm getting rid of all of it. I just need to spend some time with my fiance. To be husband. You know what's funny? In my phone, it's pre-husband. Because he's not my husband yet. He's my pre-husband. Cindy, good morning. How are you? Hola. Yeah, you can send a DM after the session. I've got quite a few to get through. But if you'd like a private consultation where it's just you and me one-on-one, definitely something I offer. All right. Femi. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. Yeah, it is epic. We're getting married on our 10-year anniversary. I pushed it off for like 5 years. And finally he was like, Emily, we have to get married. It's been 10 years. I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, if it's that important to you, fine. All right, Femi, let's get you up here. Hold on one second. Share. Beautiful. All right, Femi, welcome up, my friend. So there's a couple things I like here. One, I love the color choice. Definitely stands out. Most resumes use the color blue, so the orange is definitely special. The one thing you're missing is either your Telegram or your phone number, so I would get that on there. Donovan, thank you so much. Torsten, thank you. Star Sky minus LinkedIn. That's my only social. Yeah, I'm deleting LinkedIn. Anyway, software engineer specialized in backend and distributed system, blockchain, etc. I would get rid of the etc. I would just put more information there. You're missing years of experience, right? Who you are, what you do, and how long you've been doing it. Languages, beautiful. Technology is beautiful. I love that this is right up front and center, right? Especially as a engineer, this is really what they're looking for is the tech stack. Experience, again, there's that beautiful orange. Ooh, it also looks like this is a clickable link. I am not going to click it, but I like that it's clickable. You've got your dates here, Cork, Ireland, beautiful. You might know our friend Owen. So you did end this experience, implemented garbage collection for no one's compute nodes, blah, blah, blah. Rust, beautiful. I love how you specifically clarified. Implemented and deployed Solidity contracts, Solidity smart contracts, because that's a keyword that people are going to be looking for. Now, I hate to say this. I really do. But I'll tell you a little story. So I was on the phone with a woman, with a recruiter from Coinbase, like legit. She worked at Coinbase. I knew a couple people that knew her, whatever. So I'm talking with this recruiter and she's like, what do you think about this stable coin Bitcoin? And I was like, the stable coin Bitcoin. She was like, yeah, have you heard of it? And I was like, the stable coin? She was like, yeah, it's like the world's biggest stable coin. And I was like, oh, I did not realize that Bitcoin was a stable coin. So what I'm getting at is a lot of these recruiters don't necessarily know crypto and they're not necessarily passionate about it. So if they're looking for the keyword smart contracts and they've never heard of Solidity, your resume is not going to come up, right? So make it as easy as possible for someone to identify that you're a fit for the role. Easy as possible. I'm like an old Italian man. But this is a really good resume, actually. One of the things I would do is I would start bolding things throughout your resume. This is going to help people identify those specific keywords. Matthew, read GitHub. What am I missing? Read GitHub. I transcend. What am I missing? I get so much spam on Telegram. Do we have to use it? I guess we do, but so much spam. Yeah, not as stable. Telegram is Telegram. I like oh my god, the name is blanking. Signal. I like Signal a lot more than I like Telegram, and it's where most of my friends are. I'll like transition people from Telegram to Signal. It's a lot cleaner. All right, beautiful. So you've got the Bitcoin orange color in here, per Torsten's comment. Looks to be a little extra space here. Make sure the spacing is not double spaced. But I like instead of the bolding, I like the orange. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my god. Bear with me. LOL, a stable BTC. Wow. Yeah, I was just like thrown through a loop, and she was like, "How do you not know this?" I'm like, I didn't have anything to say. Blockchain research engineer, dates, good. Company, good. Implemented message handling logic. I mean, I think this is a really good resume, Femi. Like, honestly, it's got a really good information in here. It's got all the keywords that you need. And what's interesting, guys, is how recruiting works, how people find you on LinkedIn. They're looking up keywords, and whoever has those specific words on their profile, they come up in a list, right? What's interesting, and I'm going to tell you two things here. Usually, those that have the most of the same keyword, they come up first. Now, over the last, I don't know, 8 months, LinkedIn updated their whatever you want to call it. So that's not necessarily happening anymore. In fact, the first search result usually has nothing to do with the search that you're performing. And you have to go through like 10 profiles and then the search starts working. Not that relates to you. That's just a personal pet peeve of mine. And I talked to them about it. And I did a screen share and a screen recording. And I was like, hey, this isn't working and it's very expensive. And they were like, oh, yeah, well, that's just kind of how it works now. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, great. Dates of education, take that off. But it's a beautiful resume. I like it a lot. Femi. I think you did a great job here. You just need to work a little bit on the spacing. I would put some orange in here. I would say this is a strong resume. It's easy to read, it's easy to understand, and again, just add years of experience, get rid of the etc. And I think you're cooking with gas. So beautiful resume. Yeah, orange is definitely a plus. Read GitHub. Is that a good idea to have that highlighted as projects on LinkedIn? I now have a lot of contributions to open source projects and I want to capitalize on it. Matthew, absolutely. As much information as you can get out there, get out there. GitHub is great. I have hiring managers that are always like, Emily, send me the GitHub. I send it immediately. So if it's on your resume, if it's on your LinkedIn profile, you're taking a step away, right? You're removing an ask. One of these days, I'm going to not be sick. One of these days. Everything in orange is a clickable link. Yeah, that's what I figured. The only concern there, I like it, keep it. But like the real degens are not going to click on those links. So that's where it's important to have a sentence about what the company does, right? So you want that sentence. It adds the keywords. It educates the reader. So add a sentence about what the company does and your resume is going to be perfect. That's a thing in LinkedIn, in crypto. We don't click on links. We don't click on links. References are really useful in technical recruitment. So yes and no. I can count on like two hands how many times I've had a client ask for references from one of my candidates. Like crypto, there's a lot of trust in the ecosystem. However, I will give you a pro tip. If a recruiter asks for your resume without an offer being extended, without a piece of paper in hand, or uses this line on you and says, hey, why don't you give me your references? I'll call them and get the information and share that with the hiring manager to move the process along. That's not what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. They are calling your references as sales leads. So you give them Joe Schmo from Coinbase, they're going to call Joe Schmo and say, hey, Joe Schmo, John Doe gave me your information as a reference, wanted to have a quick conversation where considering him for a role. And they're going to have a reference check conversation. It'll be fine. But at the end of that call, they're going to be like, oh, okay, great. Well, it was so nice to meet you. Are you hiring? And then they will never stop calling. How do I know? These are ways recruiters are trained. Like, I'm not proud of it, but like the reason we exist, and we were literally started as a New Year's resolution, like we want to do the exact opposite. I think it's really important that you don't share your references willy-nilly because they're taking time out of their day to support you, right? So you don't want to waste their time and you don't want to call on them too often. Torsten, maybe getting out of cold Chicago for a while helps not being sick, Emily. Yeah, we've got, it's sleeting outside right now. Don't worry, your girl's going to Vegas. Always. I spend way too much time in Vegas. It's funny, I've got a couple friends out there and we want to do a photo shoot after our wedding. And she's like, you're coming to Vegas again? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. All right, Jake. This is great. Appreciate the lowdown of what's happening in the space from her. Oh, Jake, you're absolutely welcome. So glad. Thanks for reaching out. Great to have you here. Hope it's helpful. Hope it's fun. Try to keep it light and fun. You are very welcome for the review, Femi. I always remind people that nearly 10% of the population is colorblind to ensure that the orange is the font or ADA compliant, or you're risking them not being able to see it. Oh, good point. Bold it as well as make it orange. I like that a lot. How to get rid of ChatGPT profiles? What do you mean? What do you mean get rid of ChatGPT profile? You'd be getting rid of like 75% of LinkedIn and resumes. Everybody's using. Listen, guys, I don't think using AI in a resume is a bad idea. I think AI is like a tool that's being so celebrated that people want to make sure you know how to use it. So I'm not offended with ChatGPT on a resume, especially, guys, if you're having formatting issues, copy paste your resume into ChatGPT and say, take this out of the format and display it in plain text so I can reformat it in Word. So if you've got like wonky spaces, just use ChatGPT to pull out that formatting. Any other questions, guys? I'm so glad you're here for the last blockchain brunch of the year. So glad you're here. Really. Means a lot. Means a lot. I'm glad we're bringing value. I'm glad we're helping out. You know what I have stuck in my head? The Huntrix, the K-pop Demon Hunter songs. I was listening to them this morning while doing my makeup, just as like a pump up. You know what I mean? And now it's stuck in my head. Star Sky, is Art Basel still a hype for crypto and blockchain people to link up, or is it a waste of time? You said it, not me. I think the conference circuit is dying a little bit, specifically the party vibe conference circus, like Art Basel. Everything's going institutional, guys. So like DAS, Digital Asset Summit in New York, Consensus. I think the more professional conferences, you're going to have more luck if you're looking to business network. But like the Bitcoin conference is really just all enthusiasts getting together and like having a party. 80% of the time we get some rock star resumes, and when it comes to coding rounds, it all goes wrong. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You got to be able to put your money where your mouth is, guys. You've got to be able to back up your resume. I had an interesting situation with a candidate who had all these incredible metrics and numbers on their profile. Got him the offer. When we checked the references were like, what? So you've got to make. Oh, Mike's here. Hi, Mike. Thanks for joining. I didn't. Your LinkedIn profile is not set to public, so it comes up as LinkedIn user. But thank you for joining. Yeah, party's over, guys. Party is over. And like, here's the thing. How do you network at a nightclub? You can't hear anybody. The lights are flashing. So I asked someone this question and they were like, yeah, you go, you see a bunch of people, you just hang out with them. And then the next day you talk to them. And it's like, there are 700 people at this nightclub. Like, how am I going to recognize everybody the next day? I never quite understood it. Maybe I'm too old. I don't know. Maybe I aged out. Cindy, I can't send messages to the crypto recruiter TCG. I don't know how to get around that. It is a public profile. I'm sorry. ETH Denver, still valuable or no? Got mixed feelings over ETH Denver. I personally didn't get anything out of it last year. I know a lot of people that are going, but I feel like ETH Denver is more of like the party vibe than it is like, let's do business. Oh, Mike, it's very exciting that you're here. I hope you're doing well. Mike's actually with me in Chicago, experiencing the sleet. Gotta love Chicago. Gotta love the weather. Matthew Golden. Yes, that is one of my favorite songs is Golden. It's actually funny. I went through my Spotify roundup and the Golden song was one of the top songs. I've got that special kind of ADHD where it's like you just listen to the same song over and over and over again. My listening age is like 22 and I was like, okay. My fiance's listening age was like 47. I was like, we have very different tastes, sir. Prashant, what are your coding rounds like? I have almost 20 years of experience, but if you ask me about obscure DSA that I haven't studied, I do not do well, but I build with frameworks. DSA is not a part of what I do. I do well with collaborative coding interviews, building something. Oh, Mike, that's so nice. We've got to make your LinkedIn profile public so I can actually see you. It is heavy hype, for sure, heavy hype. And it's also, they're so expensive. So expensive. We dropped like 50K on our first Bitcoin conference. Like, anyway. Yeah, so there's a lot of different, like, if you're a developer, there's a lot of different interview processes. My least favorite are the live coding sessions because you freeze up, you get anxious, you get nervous, you make a mistake, and it's like, oh, I'm not going to get this job now. So I always encourage my clients to have like more collaborative interviews, right? Let them go home, do the code, and then have them discuss it with you over like a panel situation. But I also get it. Hey, Timothy. Torsten, Georges, hello. Fellow, a little bit of the tism there. We'll just leave that there. Timothy, it's good to see you here. Guys, don't forget, shoot me over the resumes. Happy to take a look at those for you. 2026 is going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year. I'm already having conversations with my clients that are hiring in 2026, early Q1. They're actually using December to like finish out these interview processes so that way they can hire second week, third week of January. So if you are looking for a job, right now is a great time. Are you going to get the job right this second? No. But are you going to set yourself up for success for Q1? Yes. So a lot of people slow down the job hunt process during the holidays, and now is the time to speed up. What time is it? It's 11. Hold on. I might have something. I always mess this up. Hey, Cindy, I got your telegram. Whoop, whoop. Winning. Hold on, let me open my email. As Is this any better? Just keep messaging me. Beep boop, beep boop. Hold on. Man, robot voice still very quiet. Any better, Adriana? Testing. Why? I mean, nothing has changed. What has changed? Nothing. I might have to like leave and then come back. Now? How are we doing? Are we doing any better? Now it's good for me. Yes. Okay. Technologia. We fixed it. That's not what I needed today. I hope you guys enjoyed my frustration facial expressions. We are so back, everybody. All right, Cindy, back to you, my friend. Oh, wow. All right. That's how we're doing. All right, here we go. Can you guys confirm? I'm going to add this to the stage. Adriana, you specifically on Slack. Can you still hear me? Is it back to Robo? Is it good? Where are we at? Still good? Still good. Sorry that I'm wasting your time through mic issues, but thank you so much for being with me. Okay, so Miss Cindy. I personally love the pink. Personally, but I'm also a fellow woman. So I'm not sure how professional it's going to come across unless you're in another woman-led organization. I'm going to have to read the playback. I'm going to have to watch the playback to see what happened with the voice. Okay. Case studies and projects. Beautiful. Love it. Don't necessarily love the blue here because it kind of like just bleeds in. Ooh, the touch of gray is beautiful. I like this a lot. Remote USA, you need months on your resume. You've got the years, but you need months. There's a lot going on here, though. The gray, the bolding, the pink, the blue. It is a lot. It's not terrible, but it's definitely a lot. If anything, I would just space this out a little bit more. Put this closer to the right-hand side. Remote USA. Put it like right here. Put skills underneath just to make it a little bit more clean. Right now, the eye's like jumping all over the place. Looks good. Okay, let's look at some of the content. Cross-functional professional. What kind of professional? More than 10 years of experience in supporting executive level goals. Okay, I see where you are going, but it's too fluffy. Someone with 1 year of experience in crypto or in recruiting is not going to understand what this means. So you want it to be who you are, what you do, how long you've been doing it. All right, led initiatives across legal department. Got to go into more detail. Led initiatives. So you filled coffee cups? You know what I mean? Like this doesn't, like when you led initiatives, what initiatives did you lead? Achieving a 90% satisfaction rate. Is this from clients? Translating marketing strategy into effective community engagement. Talk about some of that engagement. Like how many people are in the community? What was the engagement like? Manage relationships with 10 nonprofit partners. If you can name any of them, that would be helpful. Executive assistant and designer. Beautiful. Just reading. If you could name the conferences in the podcast, that would be helpful, or even hyperlink something there. A 90-page digital handbook and supporting marketing materials. Dive a little bit deeper into that. Like what kind of a handbook? Is it a marketing handbook? Sorry, I feel so gross, like sniffling in your ear. Yeah, I mean, it's not as in depth as I would like it to be. Like when you say you were doing bookkeeping, were you using QuickBooks, social media management, what platforms? I definitely think you could go into more details here. Sahara, no. Sorry, my dog is like trying to enter the room. And almost knocked over one of my Christmas gifts, which I cannot tell you what it is in case they are in the room, but it's bomb. Let me tell you, it is bomb. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year. It's not about receiving gifts for me, it's giving gifts. I just try to be really thoughtful and I don't know. I love Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever. I love that. Certification's great. I would still like to see these dates like more standardized on the right-hand side. Dates of education off your profile. Graphic design, I like that. You know what I think would be interesting is making, since you have a certification in graphic design, maybe making your resume a little bit more visually appealing, I think would really show off that experience. Star Sky, anyone looking for SEO, SXO, AIO, GEO, AGO specialist that has crypto and blockchain experience? Do you need those LLMs, GPTs, and AI searches to pull your correct business information and drive organic search? I am sharing my resume. Sorry, I'm late for the shameless self-promote. Dude, chill away. We've got a ton of people in the audience. Get it out there. But yeah, Cindy, overall, I'd probably rate your resume like 4 to 5 out of 10. I hate to say it. I really do as a fellow SheFi fan. But I think those are the places you really need to improve. I hope that was helpful. Hi, Isaac. Happy to have you here. That's so funny with the audio. Hey, Victor, make a video about me being frustrated about the audio. That would probably be funny. Hey, Carlos, glad to have you here. What's up, my friend? Any other resumes? I've got about 20 minutes before I've got to go. We've got to go to our group session, our group help. Link in the bio, book an appointment. Feel free to book an appointment. It's free. Blockchain Brunch, obviously, also free. If you don't want to do a private one-on-one. I had someone get really spicy with me about charging money for a resume audit. And I was like, Blockchain Brunch is free. My job is recruiting. That's how I get paid. That's how I pay my electricity bill, which is very expensive. So like, I can't do resumes for free. It's not my job. If it's just girls got to eat. Oh, my camera color just went all wonky. All right, Cindy, you're very welcome. I think with those couple tweaks, you're going to be in a great spot. Now I have something in my eye. I'm falling apart, you guys. I'm falling apart. All right. Oh my God, this is like a problem, actually. All right. I'm just digging in my eye on a live. How fabulous is that? Wag me. Wag me, wag me, wag me. We're going to make it. It'll be just fine. Oh, Carlos, you got the appointment in 25 minutes. Beautiful. I will see you there. It's going to be a group of like-minded peers, other people that are looking for crypto jobs. So the appointments, guys, the group sessions are where we just have an opportunity to talk, right? This is kind of me yapping at a screen. I'm looking at myself. So I really enjoy those one-on-ones. What is happening to my camera? Guys, I give up. I give up. My camera's like, go, you're getting married, leave. And my body is like, all right, let's go. Any other resumes? Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap up and go figure out what's in my eye. Dum, dum, dum. I'm gonna miss you guys while I'm gone, though. Quick reminder for everybody that's new in the room. I'm gone December 15th to January 5th. I am deleting all of my social medias. I am deleting my email off my phone. No offense to my team. I'm deleting Slack. It's all going away. All of it. So if it's an urgent question, it will not be resolved until January 5th. I apologize. If you're a fresher in the field, how can we start the career? It depends on what career you're kind of going for. I know not everybody has the opportunity to do free work, but sometimes you just need someone to give you a chance, and you got to show them what you're made out of. So, I had this kid on my team. It didn't work out because, he needed more training than I was able to provide, but he was like, Emily, I will work for you 1 month for free just to prove myself. And I let him know. I was like, listen, I've got a lot going on. Don't have a lot of time to train you. If you think you can make an impact, come in, see what you can get done. And he didn't take as much of initiative as I thought he was going to on like the learning aspect. But I made a great friend, and it actually jump-started his career, right? He was able to say, hey, I did this at the Crypto Recruiters, and started another crypto company doing sales. I mean, the problem with sales in recruiting is like, it's hard, right? There's so much competition out there. Antonio, greetings. There's so much competition out there. It really is based off your network. It's a hard sell. Anyway, all right. I'm not getting any resumes. I have something in my eye that I need to go get out of my eye. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. If you need anything, I'm not available. So I wish you the best of luck. I will be back January 5th. Thank you guys for coming. I'll see you soon. January 2026. I'll be here. See you guys later.